Hi, I'm not sure if you have followed Dr. Keith Barrington's blogs. So the website is mentioned here, neonatalresearch.org. I would recommend you go through them and probably follow him on that as well because you do get a lot of relevant, up-to-date information, analyzing the recent articles and so on. So this topic I have just picked up today because that's one of the areas that I'm interested in as well. And I've been mentioning about the oversupply of meta-analysis. So he has put the title as Beware of Meta-Analysis Factories. In fact, when I met Dr. Gautam Suresh in one of the recent meetings, one of the questions I posed to him was about this. Are we producing too many meta-analysis or systematic reviews? The problem with that is obviously the results may seem striking and people who are looking at it may actually think it's results of a real study when actually it's just synthesizing the information that's already present in possibly a different format. So in this article, in this blog, he has summarized why he thinks meta-analysis, too many of them may not be ideal, partly because the studies that are included in them may not be clear-cut relevant, or they may be dodgy, like some of them in the Chinese national database, or they may be just in Chinese language. The other important issue is about the number of meta-analysis that's happening. So the question of whether the studies are relevant, whether they've done it appropriately as well is one. And the pressure in the academic circles to publish or perish. So one of the reasons people do meta-analysis, which is probably more than the actual number of research articles. So he mentions it here as well. He finds more systematic reviews and meta-analysis than the original articles. And there are academics who think it's much easier to just recycle the results of someone else's research than to perform a trial themselves. I fully agree with this because to do a research project these days is very time consuming, expensive. You need a good setup to do that and possibly link up with multiple centers. And again, there are many issues. The research may not get completed due to lack of adequate recruitment. He himself quotes, not in this article, but in another blog, the problems he had with this trial on hypertension in premature babies. And obviously, we have to look at selecting the appropriate topics. Dr. Gautam, in the talk that I mentioned, clarified that the reason people don't look at whether the result is going to be meaningful because there are many systematic reviews which have zero articles or one article or two, which may not add much meaning to the information we already have. So the reason that happens is because you have to provide your hypothesis first, you have to provide your the way the information is formatted. So here he has mentioned how the journals can look at whether they are following the appropriate registration and systematic approach. So when they are hypothesizing in advance, they don't know what they are going to find. So essentially, you start the process and then look at it. But if you look at the general pragmatic approach, you already know what information is available in a topic. A person who is organizing a systematic review is not a lay person. He already is in the field. He knows what information is there already, what gaps are there. So the specific aspect of targeting that particular gap is important when they choose the topic. And again, the onus is on the reputable journals to publish the meta-analysis that would really make an impact and also not provide a conflicting picture. So this pressure of academic circles and publications, I mean, obviously review articles mostly are by invitation only, and the letters to the editor or case reports don't carry much weight in terms of publication weight. So people are going for systematic reviews as a way to fulfill the requirements for their professorial post or to get grants. So this system has to change, that what is expected of them, even academic or teaching sessions, efforts taken to spread knowledge should be taken as effort to be academic and not necessarily publication. So this is one aspect. Young researchers who have trained themselves in systematic review and meta-analysis, obviously, they need to think carefully about the topic they choose and what information they aim to glean and whether the message they bring out is going to be unambiguous or not. I mean, it's not possible to fulfill all of these, but just an effort to at least reduce the number of systematic reviews that are coming out.